Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's webinar, which is all about Canva basics. Thanks so much for being here with me and being on time today. I really appreciate the punctuality, and I am going to be getting straight into it. Now, as usual, this webinar is brought to you by the Australian Federal Government's Digital Solution Program and is proudly delivered across Queensland, Northern Territory and Western Australia by Business Station and Treaty Business Consulting. Now, just a little bit of webinar housekeeping for you. You will notice that your microphones have been muted. This is for better sound quality and your video is turned off. But this is an interactive webinar, so if you have any questions, please pop them into the chat and I will make sure I get them answered for you. You will also receive a copy of this recording, but I do suggest that you have a notepad next to you just in case there is anything that comes up that you wish to take notes on. If you're like me, I'm a big note taker and it tends to sink in a little bit more when I write things down. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kerrie Sabrin. I'm the co-founder of Altitude Business Solutions, and we've been part of the Digital Solutions program now for the last 2.5 years. Thoroughly enjoying the experience as our core business is all around digital education for small business owners. Now, you're in the right place today if you're ready to take control of the look and feel of your marketing without needing a graphic design degree, or you're just wanting to cover a little bit of the basics of Canva and what it can do. I'm going to be showing you, obviously there's two versions of Canva. There's the free and the paid. I'm going to be showing you features of both. So we're just going to be going through a few key things. I want to have a really quick chat to you about what engaging content is and why you need it. I'm going to talk about what Canva is, and then we're going to go live inside Canva. I'm going to show you how to use some templates and design some things from scratch. So please forgive me if you hear me stop every now and again. I'm still on the COVID recovery trail. It's been a couple of weeks now, but I still have that nasty cough. So I may occasionally mute myself and not subject you to listening to that cough of mine. So what is engaging content and why do you need it? Well, when people hear information, they are likely to remember only 10% of it 3 days later. However, if the same information is paired with a relevant image, people will retain it 65% more 3 days later. Eye-catching studies on internet readers, basically, they're saying that internet readers pay close attention to images, information carrying images, which we all know, and Facebook posts with images see 2.3 times more engagement than those without images. Basically, what we're saying here is that the sharing of information on social media or internet platforms, whether it's in blog format on your website, etc., needs to have the relevant pictures with it in order for people to take notice and remember that thing. Oh, Judy, you have COVID at the moment. Oh, I hope you're not doing too bad. I was very lucky. So you can imagine going to a website these days. If you rocked up to a website and saw nothing but words and no pictures, you'd be like, oh my God, that is the worst website of all time. I want to see some pictures. I want to see the people behind the business. So pictures actually is something that we expect now as a consumer and something that will get people's attention on social media. Engaging content. So what is engaging content? Well, engaging content is relevant to the information that is being shared and relevant to the platform. It has an eye-catching design and it evokes a bit of emotion. So to give you an example, if I was talking about my business in digital education and I was sharing it with a picture of a green tree frog, is that picture relevant to the information I'm sharing? No, it is not. It's very confusing for the person who is looking at it. Relevant to the platform just means relevant to whether you're posting it on social media or on your website. If you're posting it on your website, you can pretty much do whatever you like. On social media, people like things to be light and airy and quite fun, a little bit different, quite fun, where your website is very much information and factual sharing as well. Eye-catching design, if you're like me and you're not a full-time graphic designer, you won't know what an eye-catching eye-catching design is, but you'll know what it looks like when it is wrong. So this is why Canva is such a great program, because they do supply a lot of templates for you to use. This is great for people who aren't very savvy when it comes to graphic design. And evokes emotion just means that it has people thinking, oh yeah, I could purchase that particular product, or that's something I need, or, oh, wow, yes, that happened to me. You know, when we see those memes, you have a bit of a giggle, so it makes you laugh. So that's evoking emotion is quite a big part of it as well. So what is Canva? Well, Canva is a simplified graphic design tool that was founded in Australia in 2012. It uses really familiar drag and drop format that we've all been used to through using Word and other things like that, and provides access to photographs, videos, and lots of other things as well. It's used by non-designers as well as professionals. And Canva, you can create things in Canva for both the web and also for print media as well. So it's not just all about putting it on social media or your website. What does Canva mean for your business? Well, it will allow you to create professional, engaging content without the expense of having to hire a graphic designer. I can tell you things were very different in this space 10 years ago. 10 years ago, if you wanted something done, you had to pay somebody to do it. You didn't know if it was going to work or not. And you quite often had to fork out $100 to get something designed before you even knew if it was going to work. So Canva has really opened up the world. It gives you creative freedom to ensure that you are in control of the message that is seen by your clients or customers. And it's an extremely cost-effective way of being able to test different types of content with your marketplace or your potential customers. Pricing wise, as you can see, extremely reasonable. There's the free version, 250,000 free templates with that. It's just some of the features that you kind of miss out on with the free version. And of course, the storage capability. So Canva has a storage capability with it, which means you don't have to continually download all of your designs and save them onto your computer or to your online storage. It has its own storage built in. And with the free version, you get 5 gigabytes, and with the pro version, you get 100 gigabytes. So that makes a big difference. So you can see there with the pro version, you get 610,000 premium templates, premium and free templates, ups that a little bit. You get access to a lot of the more premium stock photos and videos and audio as well, which is key. One of the biggest things I use in the pro version is the remove background feature. But of course, you can resize your design as well, which I'll show you in a few minutes is really key. Using templates in Canva is really easy. In the free version, Canva has over 250,000 templates for you to simply use and adjust, and everything as part of a template is actually adjustable. Templates are simple, effective, and eye-catching. They're already done, quite often designed by people who are graphic designers. And it's great for those who are less creative than others. And as I said, every element of a template can be adjusted, including colors and pictures. So let's go live inside Canva to have a bit of a look, see if I can do this without cutting you all off. This is going to go live inside my Canva account. Guys, I'm just keeping my video turned off because it does make a difference in terms of the speed when I'm using Zoom. But I am still here. If you have any questions, pop them into the chat. So here is the Canva main page, or the landing page that you'll come to. I know that I'm inside my account because up in the top right-hand corner, I can see my Altitude Business Solutions logo. So I know I'm inside my account. Quite often you'll hear me refer to the left-hand vertical menu. When I'm referring to that, I'll be referring to this menu over to the left-hand side that you can see moving up and down now. There's a left-hand menu in both the main page here, but also in each page of the design that you're creating as well. You have a little search bar at the very top, so you can search for certain things. If I was looking for an Instagram post as an example, because I wanted to create one, I can just type in Instagram and you can see Instagram post comes up there. As I scroll down, this is also giving us a bit of a visual of the different things that you can create. So it's got a video, a presentation. In fact, the presentation that you were just watching was all presented through Canva. I'll show you that at the end. You can create a logo, Instagram post, flyer, resume, poster, certificate, brochure. There is so many things. Keeping in mind, I've got the pro version, so you may not see all of these in the free version. But you can create a lot. And not all of them are actually here. And then as we scroll down, we can see the most recent designs that I have created for myself and for my clients. And it just lists them all in there. Over to the left-hand side menu, I'm going to go down the tabs now for you. You've got this Your Projects tab. If I click on that, this is where all my folders live. Okay, so I've set up folders for all different clients that I'm working with and different things. I'm going to show you all of my folders there. And then it actually has all of the designs that aren't in folders. These are the designs that aren't in folders down below. So this makes it really easy. I would like this section to be blank if I need to get in here and really clean out what I'm doing. And then at the very top, you've got your most recent. So anything that most recently I've worked on, like today's presentation, Canva for Beginners, is up there as something that I've worked on recently. So this is essentially where you save all of your designs. It's very similar to your desktop in terms of you just start a folder, you use the little plus button up here and you say add new, you can say add new folder, and you can create a new folder. I'm going to call it test. I know which one it is. And in my folders, you'll notice down here, here is my test folder. I can go into that folder and see that there is nothing in it. I can upload things into that folder. So any images that I might want to save in there, or logos, or whatever the case is, I can do that. And then I'll show you a little bit later when we're saving our create a project or a design, how you can save to that folder as well. Underneath the Your Projects tab on the left-hand side, we've got templates. And this actually just shows you all of the templates that you can have. It sort of puts them into little categories: trending near you, what's new in Canva, Instagram stories, Instagram posts, Facebook posts. So it's just showing you all of the templates. I'll be honest with you, I don't use this section very often. I tend to create my designs and go into the sizing from there, but you can definitely come here if you want to have a look at all of the different templates that are available. You can filter them, so you can filter them over to the side here. You can click into business. You can say presentation, and it should bring up all of the presentations. So presentations are like PowerPoint presentations. And there's so many of them to choose from. So underneath templates, you've got the shared with you. Now, obviously, any files that people have shared with me are in here. And so if somebody sends you a link to click on, that's where you'll find it. It'll actually put them in here. I'm not going to go too much into Teams today. That's an advanced feature. I'm just going to quickly talk about brand kits. So this is a pro feature. It's not with the free account, but this allows you to be able to set up your brand kit for your business. I'm just going to go into the Altitude Business Solutions one that you can see here. You'll notice that I've uploaded different versions of my logo. I've picked a whole heap of colors that I'm going to work with when it comes to design. And I've also chosen my brand fonts over here. So I've stuck with the same kind of font, but in different, one's light, one's bold, one's classic. So this is where I upload everything to do with my brand, and I've named it Altitude Business Solutions. And I'll show you in a little bit later why it's important to do this step if you have a pro account and how easy it is in terms of designing. And then underneath the brand kit, you've got the amazing content planner. Now, you do not need to have a social media scheduler. If you have Canva, you can create your design and schedule it directly to your social media accounts. And if you have scheduled anything, it will actually show up on this planner here. All right, so let's get into it. I'm just going to go back to the home screen. Now, as I said, you can create many different designs in Canva, but today I'm just going to keep it simple because I know it looks great on the screen for you guys when I'm training, and I'm just going to do an Instagram post. There's a few ways that I can start creating a post. I can simply say create a blank Instagram post by clicking on the little tile that's directly in the middle of the screen. I can use the search feature and type in Instagram post as I did earlier. And I can select Instagram post from there. Or up in the top right-hand corner, I can actually select create a design, and you'll notice Instagram post is there. This is where you can also import a file or have a custom size as well. So you can import a PDF file. If you upload that PDF file, you will be able to edit it, and that is a pro feature, not a free feature. So I'm just going to select create a blank Instagram post. So here we are. Now that that's all loaded, we've got our blank design in the middle. You notice that as I hover over the top of it, a purple box comes up around it. So that is our design there. You'll notice over to the left-hand side, we've got two things. Over to the very left, this is where I refer to the vertical menu. I'll just let me close off some of these folders I've got open here so I don't confuse you. So we've got the vertical menu. This is like your build toolbar. Okay, so this is where you can access a lot of the things that you are needing to. Then just to the right of that, as I click on any of those in the main toolbar, if I go to elements, you'll notice this panel changes. It brings up all of the elements that are available. So I'm going to start with templates because I want to show you how easy templates are to adjust. So I'm going to go for this one here, not because I particularly like it or need to use it, but it's got all the features in there that I can actually change. So I'm going to click on this one here. It's a terrible color. I'm going to change that yellow straight away because, yeah, it's that's not a very good color at all. It's not going to let me. Here I am trying to teach you how to use it, and it's not letting me change it. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is show you how to change the background. So I'm going to click on the background first of all, and you'll notice what happens is that another toolbar will appear up here. It's got animate and a yellow square box in it. This is where I can change the color. So if I click on that yellow square block, a couple of things happen. So it brings up a whole heap of colors. Remember, I have a pro account. So because I have a pro account, there's a couple of things it's doing here that it may not do in a free account. In a free account, it may just bring up these default colors for you to use. In the pro account, it does pull out the colors from the photo. So if I was wanting to make the colors in the photo part of that background, I could do, like the pink is an example. it's pulled out that color, obviously, from this photo here. You can pick a complementary color as well if you want to. But this is where it gets really clever, where it has your brand kit. So you notice it has Altitude Business Solutions, and all of my brand kit colors are over there. So I can now start branding this to be a little bit more Altitude Business Solutions brand. And you can change that background or any color on the screen. So as I go through and I click on all the elements, I click on this circle, exactly the same thing. Click on the color, change it to white. As I click on the words, you'll notice that new toolbar comes up. This is very similar to Word. You can change your font. And again, we've got our brand kit fonts down here. You can change it to any font. I just change it to something. Oh, that's terrible. Let's go this one. You can see there as I'm changing that font. Very easy. Now, one thing you can do is once you've changed that font, you'll notice down the very bottom of the fonts, it's saying, do you want to change all of those fonts to that? I'm going to say, yep, change all. And it changes all of them on the design. I can also change the color of that font. So if I'm going to change it to white, again, at the bottom of the color, do I want to change all the black to white? Yep, change all. It changes all of the black over to white. Otherwise, I can just choose a color. So I go this color, and I just don't tick that change at all, and it changes just that one lot of wording. Any of these photos can be changed. They can be changed with photos that you've uploaded yourself, or you can use photos from Canva's photos that they have. So let's start with the upload. It's very simple. It's the third button down on your left-hand toolbar. And you'll notice I've uploaded a lot of different media here. And all you simply do is say upload media. It's going to bring up your little screen. I don't think I have anything in here to actually upload. Let's go this. And it simply uploads the image into your uploads. And then from there, you can put it into your design by clicking on it. Not the best picture of me to pick of all time, but that's how easy it is to upload. To delete out of these uploads, you just hover over the image, click on the three little dots in the top right-hand corner and say move to trash, and it takes it out of your upload straight away. Now, any of these, as I was saying to you, any of these photos can be changed. So if I was to drag over this photo of the beautiful Andrea, you'll notice that as I hang on to it with my mouse and drag it into that where that photo is, I can let go of it. Not really the best picture. It's a little bit pixelated. If I come down further here, this one might be a little bit better, a bit clearer for you. So you can change any of these images over. This one's really clever. This is a picture of me, but it's a picture of my body at the moment. If I double click on that, I can actually drag it down. So you can drag any photo in, or you can use Canvas photos. Simply go to the photo button on the left-hand menu and type in a search for what you're looking for. I'm just going to type lady. And it brings up all the photos of ladies. Now what you can do is you can use search filter, which is at the end of the search bar, and say, just show me all of the vertical photos, because see how this is a vertical photo? show me all the vertical photos, apply filters. And all of these ladies will probably fit into these boxes much better. So using a template, you can actually change any part of a template. In the background, there is actually some a little square pattern. You can change the color of that. If I change it to black, you might be able to see it a bit better. I can change it to white. I could delete it out altogether. And to do that, I just click on the actual element. You'll notice a purple box comes up around it, and I press the delete button and it's gone. That's the same with anything. If I click on this arrow here and a purple box comes up, by pressing delete on my keyboard, it's gone. If I've made a mistake, oh no, I didn't mean to delete that out. We have the good old reverse buttons up the very top next to resize. We can say undo. Didn't mean to delete that arrow out. You can also add things to templates if you like. So if we're going to go down to elements, you might like to add a bit of an element. You'll notice it says moving stickers. I've got the pro version, so you may not have all of these with the free. I don't think you have videos with the free version. With photos, I will just tell you one thing as I go back to it. With your searching, if you do have a free account and not a pro account, you can just search for the free photos, and I really suggest you do that. Because if you have a free account and you create a design with a pro photo in it, you will be asked for payment at the end when you go to download. Or when you download it, it will have copywriting all over the top of your image. So just go to the search criteria, click free, click apply filters, and it'll bring up the free only so that you can choose photos that are all free. And you're not going to be asked for a charge at the end of them. Yes, Canva is completely free to use. You can have a completely free version of Canva. If we go back to elements, we can add in things like stickers, like this one here. Not that this is very relevant. We can resize them simply by grabbing the corners of that purple box and making it bigger or smaller. And we can also move it on the design to put it wherever we want. There's lots of things that you can add in terms of elements. There's charts and tables. I'll come to frames in a little while. They have just started this collections, which is great because if you're looking for certain images, this is some images about to do with gyms. So if we were a gym, we might put in a little kettlebell. Now, not all of these elements you can change the colors of, but this particular one you can. And the reason I know is because when I click on it, the little toolbar comes up with the two different colors. So if I change the black to pink and the white to black, that's what it would look like. This is where you can really get your brand colors in. So that it all fits in, and you just play around with it until you're happy. Not all elements you can change, but these ones you can, which is great. If you decided that you didn't like that template at all, that you've totally changed your mind, you can come back to your templates, because sometimes this happens with me. I go, oh, actually now I don't really like that template. I'm going to pick this one. You can simply go and pick another one, start again. Sometimes I find when I'm choosing a template, again, use your search filters if you're wanting to filter out by color. It's good if you're wanting to keep things blue. You're in a real hurry like me, you just want to get something out quickly. That's more my brand color is blue. We can add anything into any of these templates. So this one here has a video in it. I'm going to show you something really cool. If I go to my upload buttons, you can actually record yourself in Canva. So you see this little section here. This is a little element. And this is actually just a picture. So it's not actually a video, but you could put a video into that and turn it into a video. You'll notice when I click on uploads, you've got upload media and you've got record yourself. This is a pro feature. So if I was to click on record yourself, it is recording now, which is not what I want it to do. Here we go. Sorry, it was a little bit slow. It's brought me up on the screen. You can see there, I'm a little bubble. And it's actually brought me up on the screen. I can change it to square or circle. And it also has filters as well. So I can put some filters on it. It's a little bit slow because I'm trying to show you guys how to do it and also streaming on Zoom at the same time. So, and then once I'm happy with exactly where that is, let's say I'm happy with that, but I want it square. I can just say record. And I can just record my video like this. And once I'm done, select done. And I can just record my video like this. Now it's put that video automatically into my design. If I move it around, you'll notice if I can get my mouse, there we go. Oh, it's very sensitive. What I might do is delete it out. Delete out that frame and actually just pop it in. And I can just record my video like resize it. And pop it into my design. That's a bit of an advanced feature for you guys. That's on the pro version, you can do that. I do this all the time. I create things and little videos and send them off to people. Any questions on using templates? You're all very quiet today. Don't forget, guys, if there's anything that you would like me to show you or something I haven't covered, just let me know and I'll get it answered for you. So that's pretty much using templates. Pretty easy, right? If I decided I didn't like any of that. Yes, Michelle, it is automatically being saved. So at the very top, you'll notice there's a blue bar that goes across the top. And then there's a little cloud with a tick in it. If I hover over it, it says all changes are saved. I can certainly cover changing the words. It's not a problem at all, Alison. If I just bring something up that has words in it, you just click on it, highlight it like you would in Word. Start typing and the words change. So it's that anything on there can just be changed by clicking on it, just like you would do in a Word document. So very easy. How do you get moving text? Not sure if this is a pro feature or not. It's called an animate. So if I click on this text here, you'll notice the toolbar comes up. I might make it bold to make it stand out a little bit more. And then I can say animate. A really good one is the typewriter. It brings that up, but you can have lots of different effects. And as I hover over them, you'll notice they change. Lots of different effects there. This animate section of wording has just had a bit of an upgrade. So you can actually choose now whether the typing starts on both when they enter and when they exit the video, because it turns into a video when you do that. The speed of it, so I can make it really fast or I can make it slower. So you notice on entry goes from the left-hand side across, and on exit, it actually goes the other way. So you can have the typing going both ways as well. So there's lots of different animations in there as well. So what I'm going to show you now is how to create a blank design. So I'm just going to give myself a blank screen here. You can create multiple pages. Simply by clicking the plus just above the design. If I hover over it, it actually says add a page. So you can have multiple. If you want to see both of those pages at the same time, down in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll notice there's a number 2. You can say, show me the grid view, and it shows you 2 pages. To get back to editing, let's say I wanted to edit the second page, I can double click on that and it takes me back to page 2. We're just going to have one page, keep it simple. When I'm creating a design from scratch, I always start from the back and work my way towards the front. So I start with the background. What am I going to be putting in the background? Today, I'm going to put an image in the background because I want to show you a few features with images. So I'm going to go to photos. I'm just going to use one of the Canva photos. I'm going to search for city sky and see what comes up. I'm going to grab this one here. Then there's 2 ways I can put it into the image. I can click on it and it's just going to give it to me in a generic size that I would have to move around to put into the background. Or if I grab the image and drag it across, it is automatically going to put it into the background. Now you can appreciate that particular image is very busy. What I mean by busy is has a lot going on, right? Like there's this red line going down the middle. There's all these lights. If I'm going to put something over the top of that, that may be a little bit too much. So there is photo editing tools that you can use. If I click on that particular image, again, the toolbar comes up. There's a couple of options straight away. There's the flip. That's where you can turn it around the other way. Okay, if you decide that that's a better look, you can do it vertically as well. Of course, that wouldn't work with this image, but some images you can have either way. You can crop it, so you can move the image. This image is a vertical image. So you'll notice if I move it up, the top of the big tower gets cut off. Probably not ideal, probably bring it down. Select done. And then if I go into edit image, another toolbar comes up with a whole heap of features. I'm going to start with filters. If you are looking at putting these on your Instagram and Facebook account, I really recommend that you find a filter and use that same filter on every single photo that you use. You just go see all the different filters come up. As an example, we always use this blues one, the blues. It's easy for us to remember. Our brand coloring is blue, but every single photo has that particular filter on it. So when you look on Instagram, as an example, at our Instagram grid, all the photos kind of look the same, even though they're not the same. And that's what a filter does. So choose a filter that you're happy with and use that filter on every photo. There are some tools like auto enhance, auto focus, face retouching that you can use, and there's more advanced tools as well. I won't use mockup just now. I'll show you that a little bit later, and shadows. You can use this duotone feature. So this is where maybe you want that image, but you want it to have a blue only, and it turns it into a blue background. So if your brand color was orange, you might have that same feature with the orange. So it's a way of getting a photo sort of in line with your brand coloring. I mean, even lavender would work well for us. Sepia. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into these adjusting of the actual photo. So I'm going to go see all. Here you can adjust the brightness of the picture. So you make it darker or brighter if you want to. You can change the contrast. When you go up in your contrast, your reds become really bright. And you can go down in your contrast. You can change your saturation again. That kind of really affects that red there. You can put a tint over the top of it. This blur feature is what I'm going to use today. This blurs the background image. Because what I want is or sharpens it up. You can go the other direction. So if I go in the other direction, it makes it really sharp. I just want to blur it a little bit. Like I want it to be there. I want people to know what it is, but I just don't want it to be as prominent. So that's about a 6, I think that will do. You can change the warmth of a photo as well. You can make it warmer. If you go in the opposite direction, obviously it makes it cooler. You can change the clarity, though you're probably not seeing that at its best because of the blur feature that's on. You can increase some of the highlights, which would be that red. We don't really want to increase that. Shadows is not really applicable in this particular photo. And you can do a fade feature, which we're not going to use also. But you've got all of those features there. And that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted a blurred background. The other thing that I want to do is I want to change the transparency of this image a little bit, because I want it to be there. I want people to know it's a city. I want it to be a little bit blurred, but I also want it to be a little bit transparent. So up in the top right-hand corner, you've got the bin, you've got the lock feature, and you've got the transparency. I'm going to bring that transparency down. Now, as you do so, it's nearly like lightening the photo. You can bring it down to nothing. You can just have a little bit in the background if you want. I'm just going to go to about 65. Once I'm happy with that background, if that's the background that I'm going to use, what I like to do is I like to lock it in. So I click on the background, and up in the top right-hand corner, I lock the background. Can't be changed. Can't be changed until I unlock it. Just a simple lock and unlock feature. But it stops you from accidentally clicking on it, from doing anything with it. I can't edit it anymore. So I just find that easy. The next thing I'm going to go to is I'm going to go to text. Now, when I go to text, a few things come up. First of all, remember my brand kit, going back to the brand kit, my brand kit that I created. I have lots of different brand kits so I can flick between others. It's for clients that I'm working with. But if I wanted to add a heading, it's going to give me the brand kit font for that heading. Now I can make this heading bigger by dragging the corners, is one way of doing it. Or I can also click on it and press the plus next to the font size. Or I can simply click on that font size and type in how big I want it to be, type in a number. I can also bold it. I can underline it. And I can change the color of it. Let's go with white so you can see it. Now, the other thing is this spacing bar here, spacing tool. If I click on spacing, you'll notice it says letter spacing and line spacing. I can change the spacing between my letters. So notice that because I made it wider, it went onto a second line, or I can bring it back down so that it fits on one line. But that just changes the space in between each of the letters. If I did want to have a second line, I can also change the line spacing so I can make it much bigger. And I can also anchor it from the bottom as well instead of and make the top move up and down if I wanted to. So once I've got my text locked in, bear with me while I just get it looking a bit better. Just want it all on one line. So that is going to be my text. You also have these pre-made texts here as well. These are like templated texts. A lot of these are only available with the Pro version, but there are some free ones there. I use this one all the time, this Sparkle. This one's really great because you can change the color of it to make it more brand specific or more in line with the photo if you wanted it to, or to really stand out. But I do use this a lot with my clients, this Sparkle one. And again, you can change this wording simply by changing it. I'll just type my name in. And you can move it on the screen and resize it just like you can any other text. So you can just select from those templates over to the side as well. You'll notice there's quite a few there. So now I'm going to go down to elements because I want to show you a couple of key things really quickly. I'm conscious of the time. It's now 10:50. I'm going to scroll down because I want to scroll down to frames because I want you to get a real understanding of frames. Can you further indent the text? I'm not sure what you mean by that. You can, yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by further indent, because you can move that text anywhere you want it to be on that screen. You can use this little tool to put in your little, where you can have numbers. So if you were doing, I'm just going to get rid of that, Kerrie. You can actually add multiple things in. You can put the text wherever you like on that screen. So tell me if I have misunderstood that comment there about further indenting. So anytime you see the little hills with the cloud and the blue sky, this is a frame that you can actually put an image into. And as you see, there's lots of really cool ones. There's mobile phone ones. Put that one on there. There's computer ones. One of the most common ones that they use is this circle. So what you can do is you can drag any photo into these screens. So I'm going to go to my uploads and do two things. I'm going to drag a video. So I can drag a video, and I can just record my video. So you can see there, I've actually dragged a video into that computer screen. I've got, let's go back to images here. I'll take this picture of my sister, put her in the mobile phone. And then I'm going to drag this picture of myself across for the circle. So this is how people get their really cool email, excuse me, email images. Now with that photo, obviously, if I double click on that photo, that's a square photo, so it's probably not a good example. Let me get one that's not square. Let's take my sister again, because she's not square. See how it's put the photo in, but she's not in line in the circle. If I double click on that photo, it will allow me to drag her up and down. So I can say, well, that's better. And again, I can resize these and put them anywhere that I like. So that is frames. And I use frames a lot to be able to drag things in. Another really good one, there is these framed letters that you can do. And you may have seen this. So what you can do with these then is you can go to photos. And you can drag photos across into them. Do you have to transfer photos or images from files on your computer to upload when create, or does Canva connect to your images directly from your computer? You have to put your images into Canva. So when you go to the upload section, you need to upload your images into this upload section. From this upload section, you can then put them into any folders. So if I was to get this photo here of James Peterson, I can say move to a photo, move to a folder, go to my projects, find that test one that we created earlier and say move there, and it will take it out of your uploads and move it into your folder. I can do the same thing with this image, this that we've created here. What I just did then is I just changed the name of it, just so I know for later. And then over here where it says file, so in the top left-hand corner next to home, it says file. I can say save to a folder, my projects, go down to that folder we created earlier. And now that design has been saved in there. You can drag images in. So if you had just downloaded an image or you have a second screen open and there's an image on that screen, you can just drag and drop into this upload section or drag and drop into the actual image. You don't have to just use the upload media button. You can drag it in as well. It's very responsive. Now, one more thing that I wanted to show you, which you can do with the Pro feature, which is a feature that I use all the time, is the background removal feature in Photos. So I'm just going to grab this image here. Now, obviously, there's a few things I can do. I can cut myself out of it. It'll be quite easy to do just by going like this, resizing. But I can also remove the background of that image. So obviously this image was taken at Christmas time. So sometimes when I go to reuse this, I think, well, I don't want the Christmas tree in the background. If I click on the image and go to edit image, one of the first things that comes up is background remover. It is a Pro feature. It's not a free feature. Look at that. Now, it's done a good job. It hasn't done a perfect job. It looks a bit funny at the moment, I know, but you can see it's missed one of the Christmas baubles down here. So what I can do is I can use a little eraser tool. So up in the top left-hand corner, I can say erase. And then I can change the size of my brush and I can actually go in and say, get rid of that Christmas bauble. We don't want it there at all. You can make your brush size really tiny. And don't worry if you make things a little bit bumpy, honestly. This is zoomed right in, so you won't even notice it. And there's a little bit of Christmas bubble up here around beautiful Mindy's hair as well that I can see. I'm just going to get rid of. And I think the rest of it is good. So I'm now going to select done and zoom back out a bit. And you can see that that photo now has background removed. So I can put a background color in to that. And that's how people get their professional looking images with their backgrounds removed. So that's pretty basic of how you can create your own kind of images and stuff as well. I use the templates a lot because it's really easy. And, you know, I want to make sure that things are as easy for you also. But I'll just show you here, if I just go back to the home screen now. If I go back to my projects and go to that folder where it says test, you'll notice I've got my image that I uploaded into there and also the designs. Barbara, the Pro version is about $17.99 a month if you're buying it per month. And it's cheaper if you buy it per year. So I think it works out to be about $14 a month if you buy it per year. Otherwise, you can just have it come out as a monthly subscription. So our test design is in there and our test image is in there as well. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I really wanted to go through today. Oh, very good question. Thanks, Alison. I've got probably the pivotal bit. So if I click on, Alison has just asked, how would you attach a Canva file to an email or printed app? There's a couple of ways that you can share this. So up in the top right-hand corner, you'll notice it has share. If I click on that share button, there's a few things that I can do. I can download it, which downloads it as a file and an image that I can send. So if I just click on that, it says what file type do you want to download it as? You can have PDF, you can have JPEG. This is new, this SVG, I haven't looked into it. You've got a video or a GIF as well that you can download, but we just say it's a standard image. PNG is fine. And then you just say download. And it downloads the image to your computer, wherever you've got your downloads going. And you are ready to go. The other thing that you can do is if you have a Pro version, you can share with anyone via a link. You just want to make sure that you don't say share with anyone with the link can edit. You just want to say can view. And you can copy that link. And if I paste that link into a new window, it should bring up a view of it. And you can give it a thumbs up if you want. That's the best way to be able to do it. And then you would just attach that to your normal email if you wanted to. So guys, today we've been through what engaging content is, what is Canva, using templates and designing your own. Don't forget, if you are in Western Australia, Northern Territory or Queensland, take advantage of the 7 hours of mentorship. This will be coming to an end. $44 with the Digital Solutions Program. You can get all the information at businessstation.com.au. Our next free workshop that is coming up is a 2-hour workshop. It's on Wednesday, the 25th of May from 9 a.m. Queensland time. It is social media content planning, so it'll be a good one. And you can find all of the workshops that are available through the Digital Solutions Program at businessstation.com.au. Guys, thanks so much for joining me today. If you're wanting to connect over social media, I'd love to connect with you. Thank you for bearing with me and my occasional cough. I am definitely getting much better, but it's certainly a long road to recovery. So take care of yourselves, go forth and grow your business, and I look forward to seeing you all soon.